Have I told you that I rang the first bell already?
Did you see her? That virtuous little maiden, complete with followers in tow? They're probably going straight to pillage graves. I've heard enough about Milady for a lifetime. What absolute rubbish, eh? Have you been to the ruins of New Londo below? Just head down the stairs and take the lift. It's certainly worth a visit. It was once an undead city. You may find a clue or two, unless the ghosts find you first. How did that nutty sorcerer make it back? Unexpected. But I suppose stranger things have happened. How did that raggedy old chum end up? You know, the one who idolized some godmother of pyromancy. He left for Blighttown, but never came back. Whereas most flee from sickness, he dives right in. Well, nothing will harm him once he goes hollow. What now? I'm not up for chatting. Leave me alone.
There's our... Oh, that's always startling when they show up in full color. There's our hint at the character I actually want to meet. We still haven't found. Could you stop staring at my fire maiden person, please? It's creepy.
Well, where have you been? I'm glad to see you're safe. Have you heard of Trusty Patches? If ever a man has rubbed me up the wrong way, if he ever comes around again, I swear I'll have his hide. You again. What is it? Our futures are murky. Let's not be too friendly now.
An actual mention of Patches. I don't know if I remember him doing that. I may have not encountered that before. We've been indicated that, yep, the newcomers have arrived.
Oh, hello. My guests have finally arrived. I will be departing with them shortly. So, I'm afraid I will be saying goodbye soon. It was a pleasure. Oh, hello. Miracles, I presume? Yes, I know. An undead mission? Regrettably, I cannot share that with you. But you are my pupil. Perhaps if you show your faith.
Just pay them a bunch of souls to have them tell me something?
I'm afraid that may be difficult, for our missions are sacred. Come again. The effectiveness of the teachings depend upon your faith.
They're so doofy looking. They all look so doofy with their goddamn mega armor. Like it's so massive compared to their body shapes. Just across the board. Like, you kind of get the impression when you first see this guy that he might just be fat. But then you see the rest of the group and you're just like, no, their armor is just really odd.
What have we here? You look awfully raggedy. Times are grim. The least you can do is look sharp. Don't you dare meet my lady like that. You might scare her off for good.
You look raggedy. How dare you?
You are undead as well. Then we've no time to fraternize. I have my mission and you no doubt have yours. We must not let this curse overcome us. Did I not explain the urgency of our tasks? Or are you so uncouth as to lack such judgment? By the looks of you, I should think not. Did I not explain the urgency? Or are you so... By the look...
It's a hell of a reaction. I wonder if you do specifically have to be human in order to have a conversation with her. I can't remember if there's much to say or not. But sure, why not? I've got spare humanity. It's not even humanity I have to use manually, it's just sitting here on my character. It's just the soft humanity we've collected. Maybe he'll be less judgy now.
Oh, you again. What business have you? I don't suppose we can help, though. We accompany my lady on her righteous mission. It is quite a chore, but I'm stuck with her. And Nico, too. I can't very well abandon them now. Oh, it's you. We're to leave momentarily. The catacombs aren't exactly my idea of a good time, but what can one do? I do hope we meet again. Reria Nox. Oh, it's you. We're to leave the catacombs. Reria.
Did I not or are you by the...
Nope, that's just the grand total of what of the conversation she wants to have today. Alright. Well, pray to your pots now. Dare I go back? Is it time? Perhaps? Maybe. I don't like this boss fight. Let's just do it. I'm here again. I have a +5 weapon. Seems reasonable. I honestly have like no idea about what the best time is to fight this guy. I usually wait till pretty late. Oh boy, that looked like it was not gonna make it. This is one of the weirder secrets in the game. Might sound weird to even call it a secret at this point, because it's something that most players know about, because it's kind of necessary to encounter certain creatures. In fact, don't you get this... I'm trying to remember, I think you get the stray doll here, and that's necessary to get to Painted World? I think. Which, if that's the case, then this one strange activity has multiple zones and bosses hiding behind it. My character looks a bit concerned. I'm not used to my character. Alright. Normally I'm used to seeing like some stoic armored dude getting carried by, because they usually have a helm on. They don't usually have no helm and like just blatantly look like perturbed about this development, like our character did. That's funny. He like looked directly at the camera as if to say like, what are you putting me through, player? Why have you done this to me? Clean. I always think there's an item here. Not really sure why. Yeah, how about we avoid the common mistake? Hey, what are you doing in here? This is a boss chamber. Get out of here. What does that sound? Oh, that's... okay, no. We're fine. I thought I heard like a... I thought I heard a phantom being summoned. Always a concerning sound to think you hear. Alright, boy, we'll see how this goes. Ha 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 ha. Wait, get out of here, this is a boss fight. What? No, get out of here. big guy, how you doing? Ow. Whoa. Dude. Out of control. Shit. Yeah, I don't remember this guy as well as I thought I did. Which is gonna be a problem for me. Shit. Fuck, that shockwave is nonsensical. It's like it hits way bigger than even the red shockwave looks like it hits. It's weird. I think you can roll through it. No? Shit, I don't remember how to fight this guy at all. No, don't go that way. I didn't press that direction. Alright, well this is like Satan. Not useful. It always bothered me how his explosion seems to hit you even when you're not in it. And it's even rendered in a weird way where you kind of feel like you can't tell how big it is. It's like a really weird visual. We're gonna be here for a while. My basic strategy is to switch to the shield whenever I think there might be an attack coming that I'm not entirely certain I'll block. Like that. Pretty much just that attack. Whenever you what? Whenever he's gonna drop down, I'm not super confident in the blocking. Or the rolling, because he's like a shockwave. What's up, dude? You swinging? Alright, just total miss. Good job. I keep thinking I'm gonna get his tail or something. But I seem to be missing it consistently with the— ow! Fuck. Overall, I might fuck this one up because I'm out of flasks now, but my marathon of success up until now has been quite long. So I'm sure I can make this work even with 5 flasks pretty easily, actually. It's one of those boss fights where you kind of just get him into a predictable loop and have to just deal with that for a while. Like, Ancient Dragon, actually. Oh, shit. Yeah, do not make them ah, come on. That shockwave is so long after his landing. It's weird. think the big thing about this fight is just trying not to get impatient and greedy. Just because it's long. Because the more risks you take, the faster it might end, but then the sooner more likely you'll die, and it's like an endurance fight, so you don't want to take any risks, really, because every risk you take eats into your Estus Flask pool when you're trying to outlast the enemy. I have a really nebulous idea of what the actual hitbox of the attack is, unfortunately. He's just not moving now, which is exactly what I want. Oh, he's going up again. Just don't let him sit on you. No amount of blocking fixes that. I'm very happy he has a tail right about now. Just because his tail makes this fight so much easier, because you can hit it really consistently. Or otherwise it'd be a lot more annoying. Because I have trouble getting his butt as I go in and out of this cycle. There we go.
We've done it. He's dead. I beat him.
And that's our first Titanite slab. 20k. If we take the experience rewards to be any kind of indication of what order to do the boss fights in, then he seems to rank as earlier than Sif, I think. Because Sif was, what, 40k? Oh, there's a ladder. I was trying to remember, like, how do you... There's a way out of this fight, right? Yeah, alright. Good to have him out of the way. First try. I was a little worried. It was falling apart real hard at the beginning of the fight. I was just making every mistake, basically. Had to readjust and get reacquainted with how the hell this fight works and what you're supposed to avoid and how the shockwave's ranges work and shit. Hi! Sir? Sir? Can I help you? Let's, take a rest. Spend some souls, get my flasks back before I deal with a Black Knight, which I'm bad at fighting. Hey there. Oh wow. Oh no, that's my defense, not my attack. What am I looking at? Let's go for 3 more damage. I hear somebody walking nearby. I don't like that. Nearby wet footsteps. That's creepy. Could you not? Could you not do that? Anyway, the primary reason to be human in this game, if you're not doing summons, is that there are some phantom-based encounters, I believe, that only happen when you're in human form. So that's my primary incentive to bother. Otherwise, you're just inviting people to attack you that aren't phantoms. Well, not story phantoms at all. I think this seems to imply. It seems to be that these guys went through to wipe out everyone. Like, maybe they heard that there was a chosen undead, and so their response was to wipe out every single person in the entire asylum that might fit that description, as per, like Voldemort style, basically. Gonna have to ask you to stop doing that. Also, I need to practice parrying knights. There we go. It's gonna come in handy during a certain archery catwalk situation later. I should really get that skill down. A peculiar doll. It's in the key category. There was once an abomination who had no place in this world. She clutched this doll tightly and eventually was drawn into a cold and lonely painted world. Important clue. An important key item. That's the real reason we're here, kind of. But the boss was in the way. The boss... Wait, no. The boss is optional, huh? I mean, this is all optional. The painted world's optional, this zone's optional. But I mean, like... You can just go there, right? Via this ladder. I think the only reason to fight the stray demon is to fight the stray demon. Ah! Ah, hey. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Hey, Estes Flask pals, right? That's the best buddy? Ow. Dude, you take swords really well. I don't like that about you, honestly. You have the fattest roll, you know that? Have you considered wearing Havel's ring? It's really useful. Oscar, calm down. Calm down, Oscar. Oscar, you're being rude. Oscar, it's really funny to watch him dodge a spell by rolling incredibly slowly. I did not mean to sit there, but thankfully items don't disappear like that. Crest shield. Yeah, so Oscar went hollow, and he tried to murder me, and then I murdered him back, and it was a thing. Unfortunate. Greatly reduces magic damage. Shield of a nameless knight, likely a high-ranking knight of Astora. Is he nameless or is he high-ranking? It's weird for you to call him nameless, because that implies that people didn't know who he was, but he's also high-ranking, which implies the opposite. Ooh, it has a better weight and it has better magic block. Also, it looks cool. So that's noteworthy. It looks way cooler. You're gonna have to pick a side though. Is he high ranking or is he nameless? Also, he's not nameless. His name's Oscar. I think he might have even introduced himself, but I don't really remember for sure if he said his name. The boulder resets? I guess it does. All of Dark Souls' mechanics are super opaque and they never explain anything. Oh wait. My favorite example is definitely Demon's Souls, which just gives you an entire room of tutorials. Ooh, someone kindled. Demon's Souls literally dedicates an entire room to tutorials, and people are like, this game doesn't tell me any of its mechanics. Even some of its weirdly opaque mechanics are actually explained in that room, if I remember correctly. It's just their weird fucking mechanics, so even when they're explained to you, you're like, what? No, what? 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 Which is fair. But then, hey buddy. Oh, was there always, no, there was always that many of you. This is normal. Hey buddy. You tried. I'm pretty alright with the look of this. This. I described my character as this. Great. Stop it. Nobody can defeat Neon Kennedy. Wasn't there one of you before? You guys have like conventions? Oh. Wow, he actually dodged. Nope. Oh shit. Oh, it actually got him, never mind. The explosion was so delayed that I didn't think it was effective at all. There you are. One of the first secrets, rusted iron ring. And one of the first secrets exposed to you in the game is you look over at that cliff and that fucker is just up here and you're like, how do I get up there? The stairs are all fucked up. And you then it's one of your first instances of, it looks so possible too, which is infuriating. It looks completely possible to get up there. And the game just doesn't let you. And then that's when you have one of your frustrating moments of like, man, my suspension of disbelief is shattered because if I was a real human being, I could just climb that. Why is this guy such a loser? And then all the people from the future that played Dark Souls 2 are like, fucking buckle up, buckaroo, because Dark Souls 2 makes you fucking makes you fight 4 mega bosses and get and open a shrine with the billion dead people's souls, and in order because you can't climb over a pillar that's fallen over that's like waist height, and you're like, what the fuck? Hey there. You actually are astonishingly easy to parry. Wow. Definitely makes you feel silly for being a coward that is afraid of parrying, because it doesn't pay off so often. But like, these enemies are especially easy to parry. I always forget that there's this many Black Knights. So they put a bunch of them in this zone, in this new version of the enemy layout. Probably should not have rested there. No, all the enemies outside are respawned regardless. Hi. 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 Thanks for visiting. Bye-bye. See you later. No waiting for a minute this time. Oh, I teleported. I'm in the wrong spot on the nest. Huh. Weird that the dedicated spot for that cutscene involves you sitting inside of another egg, clipping through it. Huh. You do what you want, I guess. There we go. That went smoother than expected. I didn't even die once. I am still human from when I tried to impress the girl earlier, and then she was like, I'm not impressed. And I was like, well, that defeats the purpose of all of this. Great job, me. That went smoother than expected. There was just a panicked moment at the beginning of the fight where I'm like, oh no, it's not going smoothly at all. But the 10 Estus flasks gave me just enough margin for error to adjust and stop being a stupid shithead that can't accomplish things that they should be able to do. Oh boy, don't fall in the middle of that. Thank you, helpful crow. I don't got time for your snoring. I've got places to be, and things to do, and monsters to do. Do I have any more? So, kind of, technically. Sure. It tried. That can't level up, right? Nope, not quite. Well, that's unfortunate. That's real unfortunate. I should probably equip some stuff like you and you. I want to double check to see if that mechanic works or not. Yep. Yep. So they kept the Dark Souls 3 thing where if you hold down on the D-pad, it skips directly to the Estus Flask. Or more specifically, what's in the first slot, which, if you're sane, is probably the Estus Flask. Which frees me up to put all sorts of weird crap in these slots, if I want to, and I'll be free to use them as I feel, without having to worry about whether or not I can get away with it and stuff, because, or like cluttering my bar. Because cluttering your bar usually doesn't matter that much when you're just trying to navigate through all your different items to try different items out and stuff like that. But, it's real frustrating when you're just trying to get to your health. You're trying to get to your Estus Flask in the middle of chaos, and you can't get to it. And you're like, what am I? Oh my god, I'm gonna die. And then you die in the seconds it takes you to get to your Estus Flask. So having it skip there is fantastic.